Tom, let's kick off with the first slide. Data released over the European session.
So,
what's caught your attention this morning?
Fairly mixed set of numbers to date. Some good, some bad. So we'll start with German exports for July, part of the balance of trade numbers. These are month-on-month figures, and we've had some fairly poor or mediocre German data of late. But there's no getting away from it. This was an excellent number. So exports for July up 2.4% against the forecast gain of just 0.7%. And and massively different from June's negative 1.1%. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons that the DAX has performed so strongly today. But the flip side of the coin for Europe was the actual balance of trade number for France.
Yep.
July came in at a negative 3.3 billion euros. That was worse than the forecast of minus 3.2 billion and well down on the prior read of minus 2.8 billion. So problems persist in France. Remember, that's the second largest economy in the Eurozone and in Europe as a whole. And then, speaking of the Eurozone, we had another read on Q2 GDP. We look at the year-on-year figure here, and that was plus 1.5%. Now, this was positive and ahead of the forecast of plus 1.2% and the prior read of plus 1.2%. So, Mr. Draghi obviously spoke last week and and voiced his concerns. That will perhaps make him feel a little bit more comfortable, but it's still not a categoric, an emphatic recovery. And as we can see, and as we've been saying, it's still very patchy out there across the Eurozone.